I was
It was
July or
yeah, I think it was July. It was July. I think I missed. It's okay, we'll go over the basics first. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. I don't know how, but I missed it. It happens.
So your viewers will be here. I'm gonna go run to my computer to share this link, to post it to the Homeward page on our Facebook, just to make sure they have it in case they need it. But then I would say maybe, yeah, it's 59 right now, so I'll run back though and I can help you.
Yeah, either way, I can just, it's just a
So
click for me.
it is finicky. If you want to click it, you totally can arrow, but then if the arrow stops working, you just have to click with this, but it's the same difference.
Yeah, perfect.
So there you go. Let me run and I'll share that so that we're online.
Thank you, ma'am.
Start whenever you're ready. It's already recording, so you're all set.
Wonderful. Well, hello.
Hi.
How's everybody doing today? Okay, so I have been here before. Today, we're kind of doing an interactive class. So I'm going to be asking you guys a lot of questions. We're going to be reading, talking, sharing ideas, all that fun stuff. I know that you in the back have been here for the intro. We want to get everybody up to speed. Thankfully, on my slide deck, I've got some good stuff for you guys to learn. But again, very interactive class. Want to work together on this one. So take market share in a market share. So how many people, you guys haven't heard of Homeward at all? No. Hi, welcome.
Email.
Just through email?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was your name?
Alicia.
Alicia, oh yeah, Alicia, I know you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. We don't have a sign-in sheet, that's fine. So I'm gonna start off with our story. So Homeward, what we do is offer cash solutions to buyers and sellers. We are a company that is built by real estate agents for real estate agents. How many of you guys have heard of another cash solution, cash buyer for your buyers and sellers? Yeah, no? Perfect.
Only through like sidewalk.
Perfect.
Sign.
Perfect.
We
So,
buy homes.
yeah, those ones, yeah. So there's a few other companies out there. One thing about us, we were built by agents for agents. Has anyone heard of Tim Heil? Have you guys heard Tim Heil? So Tim Heil is a Keller Williams agent. Back in 2018, he was seeing a lot of what we were all seeing in the market. A lot of buyers being beat out by cash offers, sellers who are not willing to move because they don't know where they're gonna go, how they're gonna get their house, the next house, and do that daisy chain, and that's really stressful situation. So what Tim did is he looked at his database, he found a set of sellers that were hesitant to move because again, they didn't know where they were gonna go, how that was gonna work out. And he went in and he purchased their new home for them with his savings account. So he used he did the transaction all cash, purchased the home in his name, and allowed the sellers to move in, and then got the listing. So they sold the home, then they worked on the mortgage for the home that he bought on their behalf. So that's kind of how Homeward was born. That was back in 2018, 2019, he founded this company. So we're all able to do it now. So since then, we are now across 7 states. We have over 600 employees and we have raised over $500 million. So what we do again here is offer cash solutions to not only the buy with cash, but also for our sellers. The way I like to see it, more so than an iBuyer or a bridge loan or anything like that, we're more of a hard money lender, and we're great hard money lenders. I don't think I have a slide for the pricing, but I want to get you guys up to speed. So we'll get there. Okay. She said if it doesn't click to press it, there we go. So our products, so I'm gonna skip through this one. So these are the 3 products that we have right now. So buy before you sell is the one I just mentioned that Tim did for his client. With buy before you sell, the way that works is Homeward comes in, we approve your client. We need 2 days to do a fully underwritten loan approval and a 640 credit score. After we get that approval, all good to go, your client goes out and shops for the home that they love. It's an offer in Homeward's name. Homeward then secures obviously the property because it's all cash and he wouldn't accept that. Closes in 21 days. The buyer, your seller buyer is able to move in Rent will start at that point. Excuse me, and then they have 2 weeks to get their home on the market and 6 months to sell it. So for those properties that are easily sellable and, pretty standard and straightforward, Homeward does offer a floor price for those properties if they don't sell within those 6 months. That floor price is about 90 to 95% of market value. You as the agent and my team at Homeward come up with that price on the front end. So all of these things are outlined and the seller knows, the agent knows, and all of it is also negotiable. We want you guys are the experts. We want to listen to what you guys have to say about the price. So if that home doesn't close, again, we'll come in and purchase it, and then the seller can work on then buying the home that we own back from us. Does that make sense? Okay, and then we have the buy with cash. It is just what it sounds. It's for the buyers that don't have a home to sell. So we do the same approval process. We need 2 days of fully underwritten loan approval and a 640 credit score. We can get them approved, and we'll come and purchase the next home on their behalf, and close in 14 days on this one. You get paid, buyer moves in and works on their mortgage, purchasing it back from us. Does that one make sense? Pretty straightforward. Backed by cash. So this is the newest one, and it actually just rolled out here in Washington and Oregon. This one, it's a little finicky. Okay, so say you have a buyer and they are FHA, so they don't have the 640 credit score. So we can use this product for them. The way that this works is you go out, find the home that your buyer wants and write the offer in your client's name. And then you'll add a Homeward addendum stating that if your buyer fails to close within 30 days or whatever amount of days you guys have predetermined, Homeward will come in and purchase the home for the buyer and close within 7 days. So I like to think that this one is kind of 2 buys for the price of one. So it's, for those situations where there may be multiple offers or something like that, and there's already a cash offer on the table, and yeah, they can close in 14 to 21 days. We just need 30, and if we don't close, we have another buyer that's on the hook. So it's kind of a glorified backup offer, in Washington at least.
Yeah.
But it also puts two buyers on the hook for the sellers, so that you can use that for negotiating when making that offer. Does that one make sense?
Well, and it's great because, yeah, maybe in this market, we're not seeing as many multiple offers, but sellers are concerned about financing. So this can give them peace of mind as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So this one's a good one as well. And also any client that you have approved with buy with cash is automatically approved for back by cash. So, you'll have that in your back pocket. So I think it's great. They like to call it better than cash, but it's called back by cash. Do we have any questions in the chat or anything? Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay, that's correct. Okay. I'm gonna flip that. Okay, getting started. I think I want to go over pricing because it's not in this deck, just for you guys. But here's your agent dashboard. This is a QR code that's going to get you your agent dashboard. I suggest that everyone in this room set this up now. I've gotten calls where, agents are like, oh, I've got this buyer and they want to get approved. We found the house, offer reviews in 48 hours, and they don't even have their agent dashboard set up. So we've got to go.
It's so easy to set up.
It's so easy. I promise you, if the Northwest MLS is not pulling up on your phone, I don't know why it does that sometimes. Just click other. I believe it's other or not specified, something like that. Go ahead and click that. It's not a huge deal at all, but it takes about 20 seconds to set up, and it gives you a lot of fun stuff that we'll go over here shortly. Did everybody get that QR code? Yeah. Yay. I think I need to click. Oh. Okay, getting your clients started. So this is your agent dashboard. Oh, nope, you're good. Okay, so this is the agent dashboard that you'll get after you've got all set up. My favorite thing about this, remember, we are agents. I'm an agent. I've been doing this for 8 years. I work South King County. I have 3 deals spinning right now. I'm an active agent. So I know that I like things easy. I already learned how to do what I need to do sell a house, and I don't want anything extra. We try to keep it that way on your agent dashboard. So on your agent dashboard, you'll see when you refer a client, it takes, again, another 15 seconds. You just need name, email, phone number. If you want to give all three, that's great. If you want to give some not together, that's great too. At the end of that, you'll it'll ask you if you want us to contact you or contact your client. So you get to navigate that. We won't call anyone who you don't tell us to call. And that's how we get you set up with your Homeward advisor. So Homeward advisor, I'm sorry, I'm doing two presentations in one right now. So Homeward advisor is somebody that's going to be personal to you guys. It's going to be one person, Bill, Tom, Julie, whoever it is. And that is going to be your go-to person besides me, because I'm your boots on the ground person. That's going to be your go-to person for all things Homeward. My favorite thing about them is that they're agent facing and client facing. So they're going to be able to talk to you intelligently about what's going on, and they're going to be able to talk to your client as well about talk them through the process. So you don't have to be the expert today. You've got an advisor. We call them Homeward advisors. You can call them advisor, and they'll talk to your client for you and get them started. They can get that loan application started and all of that fun stuff. I like to think of them as a free ISA. I think you should use them the same way, because they'll do the job. And the best part about it is they don't harass your client. We're going to send 3 or 4 emails, and if we don't get a response, we're going to stop emailing. We're looking for people who want to use the product. Does that make sense? Perfect. So again, that's your refer your client dashboard. Also, once you get a client referred, you can click, you'll see all your clients listed here. You can click here and it'll show you everything about where they are in the process. If we called them, if they started an app, if they declined an app, if they're not interested, if they're interested, you'll see all of that right here in your agent dashboard. So, you know, when you're at home, 10 o'clock at night, and you forgot about that, check on that, just go onto your phone, check it right there. Everything will be right there. That look good? Yeah. Submitting an offer request. So once you get your client approved and you're able to submit that offer request, we need 4 hours. We work Sunday through Monday, or Monday through Sunday, excuse me, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So we'll get your offer request to you with offer instructions. We'll be using our own MLS forms, but we do need to make sure that we've got some things correct on the offer. That will be back to you within 4 hours. I've seen it happen usually within 1 hour. It's just for those really busy days that we get a whole bunch of requests. We just need at least 4 hours to plan for that. Again, super easy, takes 20 seconds, and we'll get you all taken care of. Okay, and then I already touched on this a little bit. So that is where when you click on a client that you have referred in Homeward, this is the kind of the screen that you'll see. You'll be able to see all their information, where they are in the process, who they've been talking to. So their assigned loan advisor, their assigned customer experience manager. You'll have all their information there. You can touch base with them too if you want to at that time. Okay. So market pressure. So I know I wasn't, oh, he's not here. He's not in the class. So I was talking with an agent here, and he's like, so how important are these cash products in today's market? We founded in 2018 when this was huge. I don't know about you, but I could use this 40 times over back then. I know the market has slowed down some. What we're seeing the most success with right now is the buy before you sell program. I mean, there's still that daisy chain that the seller is afraid they're going to be temporarily homeless for any amount of time. It offers a great level of security and safety for your sellers to be able to kind of do things this way. And we'll get into our pricing because, and at that point, you'll really understand. I don't see why not. Why not use kind of the product? So that's just something to keep in mind. We're ever growing and we're always evolving. We've got quite a few other products that are going to be rolling out within the next year. So again, we're built by agents, so we think like agents and we know the market, and we're here to stay relevant in that way. Do we have any questions from the chat? No, Jacqueline?
Just Jacqueline.
No, there's quite a few.
Oh,
I don't know, how many people on Zoom have already seen the intro? I just want to know how in depth I need to get into the products. Can anyone answer that? Has everyone seen the intro already and seen about the loan products?
I don't think anyone has.
No.
Maybe Teresa.
Oh boy. No. I feel like I need to get into the products and all that stuff. Just one response then? No. Oh. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's go to the next slide. No, 3 no's, nope, okay, 4 no's.
Okay.
Sounds like I need to get into these products. Do you guys mind? Or do you need a refresher back there?
Go for it.
Yeah, let's go for it. I think I might need to switch the slide deck. Yeah, okay. I want to make sure everybody knows, and we'll touch into what we were going to talk about here. But it's mostly being interactive, scripting, and all those type of the conversations to have and stuff like that. Is that okay? Yeah. Oh, I've got to share it with you.
No, we're in your,
Oh, we're in mine.
Trying to figure it out.
and then here. if you want.
No, I'm gonna log
This is
in,
that
so I
second
can
one right
log
there,
in.
yeah.
This one?
Mhm.
Perfect.
Sound like you didn't really get it all out.
No,
That's how
I was
mine's
trying
down.
not to be obnoxious.
Mine's down too, so it's
Wait, Kenzie, what's the link?
okay.
It's just Lena's room.
Oh.
It's on Facebook.
Okay, I'm gonna get into this really quick. I'm gonna try to speed through it because I want to get back to the back of the room. I know that we've seen this already. So please sign in. There's that QR code. We were here. Gave your clients a leading edge with our cash products, our story. We've been here. Okay, so at Homeward, we have three companies. We have Homeward Inc., we have Homeward Title, and Homeward Mortgage. We're just gonna talk about Homeward Inc. Today, but just know we do have those companies as well. So as far as our pricing, we do offer an incentive, obviously, if you use Homeward Mortgage, but you don't have to use my mortgage lender to use my cash, so that's good to know as well. Okay, so the benefits for you are win deals in any market, offer a variety of innovative services to close more deals and negotiate better terms. I don't know how many of you guys have been out showing many homes to said buyer and getting beat out many times. I know, again, it slowed down a little bit, but I still see at least maybe 2 or 3 offers on multiple offer properties. Maybe not the 15 before, but still work more efficiently and be able to secure the home that your buyer wanted first. And also create happy and referring clients. I don't know about you, but if any of my buyers here that I'm giving out bags of cash and quick closes, they're going to refer me to their friends. So those are the benefits for you. The benefits for your clients are work with an agent that they already know. Hopefully they love you and want to continue to work with you. I mentioned earlier about other cash companies and all those fun things. The things about them, though, is that they oftentimes have their own agents. So you don't want your buyer to be scrolling on Redfin, online, Google, Facebook, whatever it is at midnight, and you see this cash offer solution, and they're so excited to tell you, but then they have to use their agent after you've been showing them for 6 to 8 months or however long it was. So again, we want you to offer this as one of the things that you offer to your clients. So you have this in your back pocket, so you can come back and say, hey, I've got one too. You don't have to use that other agent. Enjoy a calmer, more convenient experience with cash is still king. It will always be king. It's been king before 2018. It's going to stay king. I don't see why not try to get your clients, an all cash offers to win the homes that they love. And which, to my last point, win the homes they love on their terms. There's been so many times I've had buyers, the first 3 homes they fell in love with, the next 10, they were just making sure it had 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and was in the area and school district that they want. So win the home they love on the first time with our cash offers. You guys, this is Bo, and Bo knows he loved Homeward and he loved working with us. Okay, so I went into these 3 already. We've got that rundown, yeah? Any questions there or on the chat about any of these programs? Just want to check the chat real quick. No questions?
Maybe like a 30-second overview. I had a few people join right when we switched slide decks.
Okay, so buy before you sell, that is the one where Homeward comes in. We purchase your client's choice property on their behalf in our name. They get to move in when we close, which will take 21 days with our cash. And then they have at that point two weeks to get their house on the market. And you as the agent have 6 months to get that house sold. As long as the home was warrantable and in pretty good shape, Homeward will offer a floor price, which typically is 90 to 95% of the purchase price, or excuse me, market value. In the event it doesn't sell within 6 months. At that time, they can go back and work on their mortgage to purchase the home back from Homeward. Just so you guys know, Homeward is not interested in holding property. If we have to buy that, we're gonna refer it out and get it sold right away. That's why we wanna make sure that we can sell that home before we offer that floor price. Buy with cash, just like how it sounds. This is for your clients that do not have a home to sell first. Homeward gets you approved. Buyer finds the property that they want. Homeward closes in 14 days on this one. Buyer moves in and works on purchasing the home back from Homeward. Back by cash, that was the one I like to call it 2-for-1. It's where your FHA buyers, we don't need the 640 credit score on this one. So your FHA buyers can come in, they can make an offer on any property they like. Do their normal 30-day close. If your lender can do it faster, that's great. My lender probably can, but that's up to you. And in any event that your buyer does not close on the property, Homeward will swoop in and purchase the home and close within 7 days. So that's why I call it a 2-for-1. If you are running into any properties that already have a cash offer on them or anything like that, this is a great opportunity to kind of get in there still, because you've got, again, 2 buyers on the hook instead of just the one. So that's my favorite thing about the back by cash. Do we have any questions? We do. I think you have
No questions.
No.
You're in chat, thank you. Oh, yes.
Oh, chat.
We're good on questions.
Different questions, okay. Buy before you sell, so I'm gonna rush through this a little bit again. So again, step 1 is we approve your client 640 credit score. We will get you a fully underwritten loan approval, and we need 2 days. Step 2, make a Homeward cash offer. So this offer is gonna be in Homeward's name, and it's gonna be on Washington forms. And we'll give you those offer instructions as well. Step 3, seller accepts the offer. Why not? It's a cash offer, closes in 21 days, not contingent, all the fun stuff. Step 4 is we close, your client moves in, and that again is where rent begins. We'll talk about rent in a little bit, but that's where rent starts. Step 5, you have 2 weeks to get the old home on the market. Again, 6 months to sell it. So you sell your client's old home, and then your client comes back and works on their mortgage from Homeward. I know it's so odd being in 2 places at once. But any questions on that? Anywhere? Zoom here? We're good. Good. Okay, next thing. Let's see. Do I got it or you got it? Buy with cash. Buy with cash. Same approval process. 640 credit score, fully underwritten loan approval, and 2 days to do that. Step 2, you make a Homeward cash offer, close in 14 days. You get paid, fun stuff. Obviously, seller accepts the offer because it's all cash. We close, your client moves in, and that is when they work on their mortgage. So they get to work on their mortgage while they live in the house, where they're unpacking, while they're doing all that fun stuff. And yeah, step 5, Homeward buys the home back or your client buys the home back from Homeward. All good there?
So before they sell their house, they're renting from Homeward?
Yes, so I'll get into this later, but the rent charges are actually going to show up as a closing cost. So they're never paying out of pocket for the mortgage and a rent or double mortgage situation. So again, built by real estate agents, we know what you're going to get as pushback. So we make sure to kind of alleviate that pressure of the double mortgage. Yeah, perfect. Oh, Dan Edwards. Back by cash. All right. Okay, so there is two pathways that the back by cash can go. Because remember, this one is the Homeward addendum, where we will step in the event that your buyer does not close on the seller's property. So step 1, we approve your client. We still need the 2 days, and we still do want to get the fully underwritten loan approval. However, we can do 580 credit score, whatever they can get approved for at this point. That's not as important to us as long as they're mortgage eligible. Step 2, you make the Homeward back by cash offer. Again, that one, you can keep your contingencies or you can waive them. Whatever you feel comfortable doing with whatever set of buyers that is what you should do. a lot of people like to say you can waive all your contingencies, but then the earnest money is still at risk at that point. So, I mean, personally, myself, I don't wanna do that unless I'm completely confident with whatever set of buyers I have. So you can or you cannot keep your contingencies, write the offer, 30-day close, 25-day close, whatever you have. Seller accepts the offer because she's got 2 buyers on the hook, and why not? And your buyer closes on the property. Homeward never steps in, never exposes their cash. Everything's good. Now, so if we do have to step in, there's a delay, or the buyer lost their job, or buyer changed their mind and didn't want to buy the house anymore, Homeward will still step in and purchase the home all cash. Your buyer will lose their earnest money depending on what happened, right? You know, that's where we work with you guys on that. And more often than not, the buyer cannot purchase the home back from Homeward, and then we work on kind of reselling that property. If your buyer still can repurchase the home from Homeward, that's great. They can take their time. They'll be being charged rent and close whenever they're able. Does that make sense? This one's kind of fun to explain. That makes all sense. Everybody on the chat? Good to go? Thumbs up? Okay. All right.
Next.
Next. Okay. How much does it cost? This is everyone's favorite question. So again, I like to say that we are more so of a hard money lender than a bridge loan or anything like that. But here are our prices. So here you'll see the prices for each of our products. This is the standard convenience fee. The way that this works is we add one of these fees into the purchase price. So with every Homeward offer that you make, we need a 5-day due diligence period. That can easily be the inspection period, anything like that. In those 5 days, we will do what we call a dual appraisal. We want to make sure that the home will appraise for this new price with the 2.4% added in there. So we have a desktop appraisal ordered on a rush at no charge to your buyer to ensure that whatever this new price is with the 2.4% added, that it will appraise for that amount. Using Homeward Mortgage is the best because the prelim appraisal is what we call it. Appraiser is going to be the same appraiser as the final appraiser at the end of the transaction, right? So what are the chances that that appraiser is going to go back and look at his old appraisal from 20 days ago and say, oh, I was wrong, it's lower, it's not going to happen, most likely, more often than not. So if that makes sense, it gets rolled into the purchase price. We make sure to that the home will appraise at that new purchase price.
So that means if a house is listed in the market for 500,000, you add 0.4% to it,
12.
and then accordingly, and then
Then
offer.
No. So when your client comes back to purchase it from Homeward, the new price is going to be 512 because we've got our 2.4%. Now, if they use Homeward Mortgage, it's 1.4%. So the way that works is the purchase price is still going to be the 512 with the 500 example. However, they get a 1% lender credit. So they get a $5,000 lender credit, and that'll go that way. I have seen buyers that come in and say, can we just pay it out of our pocket? Sure, if you want to, but we just did this so that you don't kind of have to if you can't or don't want to type of thing. So same with each one. So the buy with cash, the one that is for the customers that don't have a home to sell, that one's 1.9% if you use your own lender, Fairway, Guild, whoever it is, and 0.9% if you use Homeward Mortgage. That back by cash, the 2 offers for the price of 1, that one's 1%. Whether you expel our cash or not, it's going to be 1%. But if you use our lender, it's free, whether you expel our cash or not. That makes sense? Any questions in the chat?
And the appraisers are local, right?
Local appraisals, yes, excuse me, I didn't say that, but local appraisers, desktop appraisals will be the preliminary one. And the last one will be, they'll go in and do their thing, like a normal appraiser. So yeah. Any questions? No questions on the chat? You guys listening? Okay. All right, next slide. Okay, guys, this is Zori. Zori loves Homeward. Next slide. Okay, so this is the rent we talked about. So a couple things about rent, we prorate the cost by day. So Depending on the purchase price, there's this super long equation that I don't know, because I'm a real estate agent, and all I know is 3% and 2.5%.
Yep.
So we provide the cost by day. Your Homeward advisor, the one that you'll get when you do your QR code, they will be able to give you all that. Fun thing about this is once we get your client approved, we'll then start drawing up what we call a service agreement. So depending on what their desired purchase price is, we can outline all of that, all of these things upfront, so that your buyers will see what it might look like. For buy with cash, we're seeing an average of 30 days of rent. And for buy before you sell, it's been an average of 47 days. That's because they have home to sell first. And obviously those numbers can change. It just depends on how long it takes your client to purchase the home back. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, we don't mark up any rent. We only ask for reimbursement of carrying costs. Like I said earlier, rent is not a moneymaker for Homeward. We don't want to carry the property. That's not what we're in the business of doing. We're just charging the carrying costs for the property. Last thing I also touched on earlier, we defer all payments. So your client doesn't pay rent until closing. Again, it comes up as a closing cost on the settlement statement. Does that make sense? Chats? Oh, okay, next slide. Okay, so assessing fit. We can lend on, or we can explore cash on anything from as low as 200,000 to up to 3 million. This is the box that we have already just set in stone. I've seen other sales managers get 6 million approved. As long as it makes sense, we're likely willing to work with you. Another thing I like about Homeward is that, you know, you find, I don't know if you guys have heard of, what is it called? Home Partners and other companies like that, they're a rental kind of type company. These guys with their cash, they want you to negotiate the lowest offer. We're listening to you. We're taking your lead on this. So you come to me and say, hey, you know, this house is listed for 1.2, and then there's 2 offers. Are we going to try to lowball? No. What do you think we should do? You think we should do 1.3? Okay, let's do 1.3. Here it is. As long as the client qualifies, we're going to take your lead on that. So you're still in the driver's seat. You're still the agent. We're not here to kind of play any of those type of games. It's one thing I really love about this company and these programs. Number 2, the home must be habitable. So we all know what that means. The home must have a floor. It must have walls. The roof must not be caving down. All that fun stuff. No mobile homes on leased land or owned land. I know we run into that sometimes, but we are currently not able to
Even homeland? Even homeland?
own land, leased land. So I've seen that they are able to do on some of the leased land, like the native reserve lands, I guess. There's some of those type of properties, but it kind of they have to have like a 100-year lease or something like that, 75-year lease, as long as it's in that kind of space. But again, we'll talk about it, but probably not. Last one, no farms or ranches, and that is mostly for Texas. Anywho.
Equestrian properties, equestrian properties.
Yeah. I've heard skate parks and all that. I touched on this earlier. The preliminary appraisal ordered on a rush at no expense to your buyer will happen in the first 5 days of the transaction. And how that works, if the appraisal does come in lower than what we need to charge for the buyback, we go back to you guys and we say, hey, can your buyer afford it? Does your buyer want to afford it? What do you want to do? We want to keep the earnest money protected, and we move quickly on that. So if your buyer doesn't want to move forward at that time because of the findings, we'll just, we just back out and protect your buyer's earnest money. The final appraisal is done towards the end of the transaction, just like any other appraisal. Again, we've done our best to put our footwork in up front to avoid any surprises at that point. If Homeward does get a preliminary appraisal that comes back and it's lower than that final appraisal, we will work with you. We will work with the buyer. The earnest money will still be protected. We're not into doing anything crazy like that. Does that all make sense? Okay. No questions in the chat? Okay, I'll get you another QR code up here in a second, Ramsey. Oh, she's still here. He's still here. Okay, there it is. Ramsey, let me know when you've got it, please. I hope you're listening. Are they still here? Yep. Yep. Let me know when you've got it. Oh, I went back. Oh, jeez. It's okay. I have another one. I don't know how to use this. Jesus. Why'd she leave? As soon as she left, I got all these issues. Goodness. Okay, there you go, Ramsey. Hope you get it. Did you get it? Oh, okay. Okay, thanks, Ramsey. Okay, so this is kind of what we wanted to go into in the mastermind class initially. So I want you guys to take a second to think about, who do you guys know right now? What active clients do you have that you might have been struggling with that our products can come in and save the day for? We like to do what we call takeovers. So Julie, my supervisor, she had a situation where there was a pending contract, a seller buyer. Everything went south. She went with some bridge loan company, and they called her one day a week before closing. They said, hey, yeah, we're not doing that anymore. So I'm sorry, type of thing. So we were able to swoop in, get the client approved, and then purchase the home within 14 days, close on their behalf. Family was all happy, and we kind of stepped in that space. So we can deal with your active clients or active transactions and try to swoop in and save the day. We've got cash so we can move quick, and we do that. So I'm going to ask you guys in the room and in the chat, any questions about maybe what you've got going on right now and that we could maybe step in on? Any questions in that way? No one in the room? What about you there in the chat? No chats. You guys don't want to play? It's okay. Okay, so what about your database? Who have you talked to in the last 6 to 8 months that said, oh yeah, I'd love to sell my house and move to another house, but where am I gonna go? What do those calls look like? And again, we also have, when you refer a client, you know, if you don't want to make the touch or something like that, we have our Homeward advisors that will step in and make those calls for you. Say, hey, you know, I spoke with Vitaly. He's a great agent. I love him so much. We do so many deals together. He's so knowledgeable. And he let me know that this program might work great for you. So that's the conversations that our advisors are having with their clients. We're doing the thing. We know how to be agents, and we're having those type of clients. Do you guys have anybody in your database that you can think of that maybe, you know, would have moved if they knew what they were going to do, didn't want to do the daisy chain? I know a lot of my, you know, more elder clients, they don't want to do it. So I've got one right now. She didn't want to move until she found this program. So now we just closed on her new property with Homeward and are getting her house to get ready for the market. I mean, it's an extreme comfort for some of those sellers.
So you work with clients who have to buy and sell. You just don't, and buyers only, but not just sellers, right?
Not yet. So they've got something they're cooking up in the back end. I keep hearing little things about it. None of it makes sense to me just yet, but we're doing something for sellers only, and that'll be out within the next few months or so. But yes, we're very innovative, trying to be creative, trying to stay relevant. So this is just the beginning of the products that we have. I don't know how I'm going to give this presentation after a while, because it's going to be 2-3 hours at that point. But no, we're working on something. What I hear is it's something like kind of a offer warranty type of situation. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're going to figure it out, and then I'm going to tell you about it. Okay. Like, I don't know, but yeah, we don't have anything right now for just a seller that's not purchasing, but we will. Any other questions? What about your downsizing buyers, hesitant to list buyers and sellers, clients who have bought 2 or 3 years ago? Nothing. What about you in the back? What you thinking of? What's been your experience with Homeward?
Well, the reason I came is because I have a guy in the next year or so that wants to downsize. Retiring.
Yeah.
He's owned a house for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to kind of maybe fix it up and then move into a smaller place. So
Okay.
I just wanted to get information
Oh yeah. So this is good for you. This
Yeah,
refresher is good.
so that I can
Perfect.
tell him
I
information.
was feeling a little bad. I was like, I'm sorry, guys.
No.
Okay, perfect. And then obviously new client leads. So my favorite thing that I've been doing since I learned about Homeward and Homeward had opened up in Washington is printing out the one pagers that you'll find on your resources tab, and we'll get there. And leaving them at my open house. If at the very minimum, it's a great conversation starter, whether you use the programs or not. What buyers are sellers not gonna ask about using a program like this? So I print out my one pagers. You all have access to that now because we've all created our dashboard, right? Yeah, so you all have access to that. I like to leave them on my open house table, set up all that fun stuff. And I mean, use door knocking, whatever you want to do. It's a conversation starter at the very minimum and a great lead generation tool.
Looks like there's something in the chat.
Chat, something in the chat, finally. Let's go. What do we got? Yes, we can do Arizona because we are in Washington, Oregon, Arizona, Texas, Georgia, and Colorado. Yeah, we can do Arizona. Yeah, we do the cross states and all that stuff all the time. Yes, Jacqueline. Here's my number. I'm gonna give it to you at the end. You should call me. Okay, does that answer your question? Should, yeah. So weird. That would say they're working. Washington, Oregon, Arizona, Colorado, Texas, and Georgia. And Florida, excuse me. And Florida. So that's all of the states that we operate in. Keep in mind, they can sell their house in any state they want. If they're moving from New York and they're moving to Washington, we can buy the house in Washington. We won't offer them a floor price in New York, but they can still use the program as long as we're purchasing in one of the states we serve.
And then where's the resources you said, like the,
We're getting there.
okay,
It's coming.
in the dashboard?
In the dashboard, yeah. And when I tell you, this stuff is super easy, guys. We've got, let me just get there, sorry. Okay, so refer client, I think we talked about that on the other slide. Any questions there? Do I have another question in the chat? Okay, thanks, Jacqueline. I'll give you my number here soon. Call me.
Thank
Submit
you.
an offer request, I think we went through that on the other slide. Client status, we went through that a little bit, social scripts and more. So we've got marketing assets. These are under your agent dashboard, you'll find all of our market assets, one pagers that you can print off for each program. You're also able to link it to Canva and personalize it with your face. One of my favorite things is because as much as I like social media, I'm terrible with posting and keeping up with that type of thing. We've got all your marketing that you need for that. We've even got your caption written out for you. You just share it. You can, again, link it to Canva, put your face on it if you want to. All that stuff, we've made it super easy. We also have script books that is going to be under the resources tab in under your agent dashboard. And when I talk about this agent dashboard, there's like 3 tabs. You kept it simple. So you can find everything very, very easily. So you'll see the script books, just something to read. We've got the open house script, sign calls, FISBOs, just list anything you're looking for. We've got all types of scripts there that you can leverage to secure more market share. We've got a Facebook community that you can join as well, and Homeward Bound. That's an article that goes out every Friday, and you can share it with your buyers and sellers just to be the real estate expert that you are.
Ramsey asks if the app costs. No, you can sign up for the dashboard in like 20 seconds.
20 seconds for the dashboard. App is free, just like any other mortgage app. So our mortgage company and whether they're using Homeward Mortgage or not, we're going to do the full loan application because we like to put our money where our mouth is. We're going to give you up to $3 million. We want to make sure that Joe Schmo over there at Fairway did his work right. So we're going to get the fully underwritten, same process that they did wherever they did the first time. And it's, again, free like it is anywhere else.
Which app, what's it called?
I'm sorry?
The app?
Application, mortgage application.
Oh, okay, so there's no kind of.
We don't have an app yet. They're working on it. There's a team there. So we're working on it, but we have a mobile friendly version. It's not bad. Do we have another chat or was that?
You know, it's not letting me let her in. Thank you.
Yeah. Was that anything else in the chat or? Nope. No, Ramsey, it's free. Application, right? Okay, so then we also have the help center that's also in your agent dashboard. Those are for you, those of you who don't like to call or text anybody. There's how-to videos on all of what I'm saying today and more. You can find that in the help center, and again, it's very helpful for you at midnight. Please don't call me, just go on that. And yeah, because I won't be responding. Sorry. Do we have another question?
Tatiana, what's the actual link to the agent dashboard?
Oh, here it is.
Oh, perfect. There you go, Ramsey.
I won't let you forget, don't worry. I'm gonna leave this up for here for a few seconds. Did I tell you guys about myself at all? No, okay. My name's Tatiana. I am an agent. I'm gonna leave this up so anyone on the chat can have the chance to get that scan. My name's Tatiana. I got into real estate about 8 years ago. So about 9 years ago, actually, I walked into a Keller Williams Tacoma, that office. And I wanted to be the office person because I wanted my paycheck every 2 weeks. And I went through 3 rounds of interviews for them to tell me that they were not gonna hire me because they thought that I was gonna become a real estate agent within the next year or so, and they didn't want to retrain another person. So I don't know if they were lying or.
No, that's a real thing.
But anyways, fast forward, I went and got my real estate license and I've been doing it ever since. First year as a real estate agent, I was rookie of the year. And I've just kept pushing ever since. So again, I'm down in South King County, so I'm not your immediate competition, but we might do a deal together. And yeah, I say all that to say, I know what you guys are thinking when you're looking at this program or when you started hearing about this program. The biggest thing for me was what additional hoops do I have to jump through? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm a high D, high I, so I am ready to go. But again, we make this all easy for you, and I'm here as your resource, your boots on the ground, your Washington gal, to kind of escalate any issue you may or may not have. I hope you don't have an issue, but if you do, I will escalate it and get you what you need within, you know, the hour to 2 hours. So I'm your person, I'm your go-to person, going to say my phone number at the end, and I'm just your resource for that type of thing. You've got me, you've got your Homeward advisor. And that's the one that's agent facing and customer facing. They're gonna help your client get started, get approved and all that. They're gonna answer any questions that you have, and they're gonna call you periodically to make sure that you're doing well with the programs. Then also you have your loan officer, which we are working on getting each agent assigned to a specific loan officer each time that they ever do a Homeward transaction, so you can use them just like you use your regular lender, and you can text them and you're not going through any type of chain of command or anything like that. But until we get that all squared away, I'm your person, I will get it done. You'll have your answer within the hour, and I promise you that. Does that make sense? Everybody got what you need from the chat? Hope so. Okay, thank you. That's all. Yeah, what time do we have? Any time? We can talk about the other deck if we want. I don't know. Got 15 minutes left. Ooh, I sped through that. I did a good job.
Well, if you want, I can even just pull up the, whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk. What do you need? I want to help.
I need,
And also for the chat, just write your questions down so we can answer them now.
I think the question that I might missed you already answering was well, what's in it for Homeward? You guys get like some sort of commission, or how?
So Homeward makes money from their convenience fees. That's where they make their money. Obviously, we hope that you see the value and the discount and use our mortgage company. I mean, anyone who's in real estate knows the money's in the mortgage. So we hope that you use our mortgage company. But between the convenience fee and the convenience fee really is how we make our money, and using our mortgage company. Are you, as for me, is that what you're saying?
No, I was just thinking like, like something like this would be great for my parents because they're, dragging their feet, but the first question that's gonna come up is what's it gonna cost?
Yeah, 2.4%, 1.4 if they use us. And we make our money on the mortgage end if they use us. A lot of money. That's just, I don't know if you know how the origination costs and all that fun stuff. That's where they. Yeah, so money's in the mortgage. We hope you use our lender. If you don't, we still have options for you. We make a little bit of money with the convenience fee after the carrying costs and all that fun stuff, but the money's in the mortgage. I can be frank.
Totally convenience fee is way before they use your mortgage.
The convenience fee is less.
Yes.
So for the buy before you sell with our lender, it's 1.4% of the purchase price of their new home. Yeah, so that's how they make their profit. And again, obviously, if you use Homeward Mortgage, because you get a discount.
So buy before you sell
Mhm.
without mortgage, 2.4,
We can go back to that slide too.
backed by.
I'm sure everybody wants to
cash.
see it. Oh, I got it.
Backed by cash is 1%.
Yeah.
And what's the third one?
Okay, so 2.4 if you use your own lender with buy before you sell, 1.4 if you use Homeward Mortgage. And again, these fees are rolled into the purchase price, so it's not right out of their pocket. Buy with cash, 1.9% if you use Fairway or Guild or whoever, Bank of America, if you want to do that. And then 0.9% if you use Homeward Mortgage. And again, back by cash, that's the one where there's two offers two buyers on the hook for the price of one. That's 1% whether or not we have to expel our cash, and that'll come up as a charge, an invoice from Homeward. Because again, if you're not using your lender, we don't have access to your closing costs, and it's free if you're using Homeward Mortgage. So this is where we make our money. I can tell you that Washington apparently is a very expensive state to be in. And the excise tax almost cancels that 2.4% out. So we are working around some new programs that can keep these low prices and also keep us in the green. So does that make sense? Does that answer your, what was your name one more time?
Oh, I'm Kirby.
Kirby. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Maybe, kind of, halfway. What?
Oh, so much better. Yes.
Do you like it? Does it sound good?
I mean, yeah, it seems like a cool deal. I know, there's probably a lot of people that are, it's that in limbo in between moment of getting the home sold and finding a new place that a lot of people are very scared to.
My parents too. I've been trying to push them for about 5 years at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years they've been saying they're gonna move.
Yeah.
So,
It's definitely hard. And again, in my experience we just opened in Washington about 2 months ago when I started. And so, in my conversations, it is who's this company and how do they make money is a big one. But this is how we make money, and this is how we have made money. In the other states that we serve, the fees are a lot less. And I think that when we started doing deals in Washington, the finance team realized that we're expensive here. So again, we're working on some other programs that can keep both the buyer / seller and us in good positions.
And as far as like the agent commission, that's all just done separately with.
Normal,
the buyers,
yeah.
sellers, like normal.
Like
So
normal,
that's
yeah.
the Additional kind of.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, yeah, so it's, again, the money's in the mortgage and you get paid just like any other transaction. I really like it because with the buy before you sell, I know it's really nice to get the buy and sell check at the same time. I love those ones, but it's nice, you can get it in quicker, one and then another. I mean, yeah, so the commission works the same way that it normally does, and it gets you paid faster as well. Yeah. Check.
What's your phone number?
206-207-4192, and I've got some, 206-207-4192. That's not what you'll find on the MLS, but please use that number. TOTIANA, Tatiana, and I also have some cards up here for those of you who are in the room. And I've got some QR codes right here as well. That what was in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took them there.
Yay, wonderful. What else do we have, guys?
I mean, if you want to show us around your cool Homeward website here with the market.
Should we go there? I guess I can log into mine.
I don't know how.
Let's,
Time we want to take, but it looks cool.
Yeah, let's do
If
that.
you want.
actually. Not done that.
if you want to make me well, do you want to log into yours if you have clients in there so they can see that?
Yeah, I've got some
Yeah,
clients.
go for it.
I think I've got 2 there.
I was saying I can just screen share on my computer.
Right there. Let's see. Right here. How do I get it?
Yeah, maybe stop sharing from here. Let me help you out. Sorry,
I'm not a
I'm
tech.
complicating it.
Okay, and then we'll just go to homeward.com. I'll have to use another password. I remember myself all on my computer. It makes it easy. Okay, let me see.
We can have to find that.
Okay, let me see. And log in. No, what is my balance? I never know what this capital slot is. Okay, I'm like.
Oh, yeah, that's not happened.
I have no idea.
So thank
You
you
know
very
what,
much,
I
guys.
can, well, speak the.
What was that?
Thank you very much.
You guys leaving? Do we want to log into that or?
I mean, I'm here, you're here.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Did you guys get my card and my info? Yes. Here you are. Let me know how I can help. If you want to send me your name, I'll get you logged in. Yay. And then here's what, if you do that, you can look for your clients if you ever want to. Welcome.
Good to see you again.
These are for you guys. Did you get one?
Free stuff.
Free stuff? Oh, this is a great water bottle and a pair of socks.
Here, I've got it pulled up. Yeah.
I did a couple of special ones.
Only for water.
It's for water or wine. Those were my last ones. Actually, they were for my, oh wait, I think I have a pair of socks in my purse. Let me just. They were supposed to be for the market share class, so they were treats, only special people. But don't worry about it.
You're special.
You guys are all special. Do we still have people in the chat? Indigo, Ramsey. Ramsey, did you get all your questions answered? Did I help you good?
So Ramsey was curious about the marketing tools.
Oh, he wants to see them?
Yeah, if you close out of that participation. Ramsey, do you still want us to walk through that really quick? In the next 4 minutes?
We're here for it. Isn't that what we were talking about on the website?
Oh, he's okay. Well, okay, everyone on Zoom, you guys are free to go, but we'll keep it on for anyone that wants to.
Thank you guys. Call me when you
Surprise.
need me. I'm here. Ramsey.
Okay. Kirby, you were looking for this, right? The marketing
Yeah.
assets?
Yeah, I just thought it was cool if we had time and,
Yeah, so the marketing assets, we can click on that right there. We're gonna go down to Washington. So these are all the states we service. That's where we can buy. Your client can sell their house wherever they want. And then, yeah, here's the one pagers, customizing Canva. Those are ones that you can customize, put your face on them. And these are the ones that, you know,
they just download them.
you download them and print them off and do as you please. Really, I mean,
Social media.
social media ones, we can click on one of these, yep, it
Yeah.
works. Well,
Okay.
let's click on the other ones, because it'll be the same.
Which one?
Wait, just scroll down.
Oh,
Okay, so they want you to customize all these.
I didn't realize it was social media. I didn't realize
Yeah,
it was
keep
social
going.
media.
and-
Yeah, social media, so we can go ahead and do that,
So these all kind of go into Canva then, even the social media one.
yeah. Yeah, and then you can put your face on them, your contact number, so nobody steals your content.
Or if you just want the easy button, you, oh no. Let me mute myself.
And then, yeah, you can put that all in there, and there is an easy button. Did you find that?
What was that? Oh,
These are the easy button.
I was saying, if you want the easy button and you don't have a logo or whatever, just delete it, download it and upload it.
And then you'll see on that agent dashboard, those comments, the caption was right here. I think that's the caption. You just play with it, copy and paste it. Not much thought there. Yeah, and again, put your face on it. We wanted to make it really easy. I say this a billion times, but we are built by agents. Our founder was a Keller Williams agent. We understand the struggle. too many hoops, I'm not gonna do it, I promise you that. So we've tried to do that, try to make it easy for you there, and there's the script book there too. You know, usually that's for newer agents and, you know, maybe just stuff to read if, you know, you're ever just hanging out. But, just to kind of conversation holders and how to have those conversations with random people. But honestly, I would honestly just start with something like, imagine you can buy your next house all cash and close in 14 days, and not have to worry about the contingency or the daisy chain in that way. Elevator speech, got it all here. They should put this in as a part of the presentation, actually. Thanks for this. Whose idea was this? Was it mine? No, I think it was.
It's a kid with all.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where it all is. Can you guys agree that it's pretty simple? Yeah. I was pretty happy to see this of myself.
Especially the caption.
The caption,
Oh, it's a struggle to you. I can still find a post, but then, oh.
you have to be in the mood for a caption.
I
Sometimes
love
you're not in the mood.
I love that there's so many different social media
Mhm.
methods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know, I'm going through it myself right now.
yeah. And again, this is in your agent dashboard, under resources, super easy. Just enough stuff, but not too much stuff to be overwhelming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cool. So we don't have to be somebody else's agent, like we are a part of Keller Williams and we can still be a part of Homeward, right?
Yeah, you can still use Homeward. So we want you to add this to your menu of services, essentially. So when you go on a listing appointment, if you have this, it's perfect. Oh, sorry.
Wait, where are you doing?
It was you were just showing, the one pager.
This,
Oh, right there, yeah. Yeah, so this, you can just print this out, you download it and print it, and it could be a part of your listing presentation. If this is something that could work for you, I've got the solution for you. You don't need to go knock on Knock's door.
Not that they're worried about selling 1 in 5.
Well, how many sellers there, it's the safety that you're providing. They don't know how it's gonna happen. Oh, is the buyer's financing gonna be delayed? Or, oh, am I gonna be homeless for 2 weeks? Do I have to go put my stuff in storage? All those type of things. This eliminates all of that pushback. You can move in, you won't pay a double mortgage. The rent charge that we'll have is just by day, and it's due at closing out of your proceeds. You'll never see that money. And since I'm a great agent, I'm gonna get your house sold in 30 days, you know, so you won't have that much of charges that you have to pay for that. So, I mean, these, like I said, these are great conversation starters at the bare minimum. You know, to get you talking to more people and getting more listings, getting more buyers. Not every agent has this.
thank
Telling you,
you.
girl, what was your name one more time?
Asta.
Asta.
Yeah, nice.
Call
to
me.
meet you.
Good to see
I
you.
know.
Bye. Bye-bye. But yeah. Do we have anything on chat? We got 7 in chat.
That is just us left on Zoom, so.
Oh, it's just that, was anything on the chat?
No, it's just,
Buys.
yeah,
Okay.
Oh, that was great.
Thank you, thank you. So, what do you guys have? What's their names?
I'm brand new,
Oh, you're brand new. What, are you gonna print these out?
brand.
You guys are both brand new?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. I'm glad I didn't get my statistic of new agents today.
You guys have probably heard it, right?